Footage from units of the Western Military District shows the capture of 2 Ukrainian soldiers during an engagement at a fortress near Kharkiv. Russian artillery and FPV drones conducted a coordinated strike, compelling the opposing infantry to surrender.
Стоять! Стой! Стой! Броню скидывай! Каску, броню, чтобы видно было! Руки аккуратно! Броню, каску снимаем! Ложись!
Руки поднимите!
6th Army strikes Kiev forces on the move. In the settlement of Blagodatovka, FPV drone operators from the 6th Army carried out a nighttime strike against Kiev forces traveling on a quad bike along an exposed road. Shortly afterward, near the settlement of Petrovka, another drone strike successfully hit a pickup truck, further disrupting enemy movements and logistics. Another Kiev forces pickup truck was destroyed by fire near the settlement of Petrovka, further disrupting enemy mobility and supply lines in the area. On rare footage, Garand drones are seen destroying 2 Kiev forces helicopters, a Mi-24 and a Mi-8, at a helicopter landing site in Kirovograd Oblast, showcasing the precision and reach of modern unmanned strike systems. Reconnaissance UAV operators from the 36th Army of Group East successfully carried out the destruction of a Bogdana self-propelled artillery system, showcasing the precision and effectiveness of modern unmanned strike operations. Artillery units of Group East struck Kiev forces' positions in the forest belts near Zalazniknoye in Zaporizhzhia Oblast, targeting enemy infantry and fortifications. Collision. Meanwhile, crews of 2 A-65 MSTB howitzers from Group South destroyed an ammunition depot, temporary deployment points, and UAV control stations of Kiev forces near Ilyanovka in the Donetsk People's Republic, significantly disrupting enemy logistics and surveillance capabilities. Today's footage shows the destruction of a Kiev forces UAV launch position located inside a reinforced concrete shelter in the area of the settlement of Shikovka, Kharkov Oblast. After the position was identified, artillery units employed a Krasnopol precision-guided munition, delivering a highly accurate strike. The guided round hit the shelter directly, resulting in the complete neutralization of the UAV launch site and confirming the effectiveness of precision artillery against fortified targets. FPV and UAV operators from the operational groups deployed in the SMO zone continue to deliver powerful, coordinated strikes against Kiev forces, demonstrating the growing impact of unmanned systems on the front lines. In Kharkov Oblast, FPV drone teams from Group North and Group West successfully destroyed enemy equipment and shelters occupied by Kiev forces personnel, neutralizing key positions and disrupting defensive lines. Meanwhile, a UAV crew from Group East struck a mobile drone control point of Kiev forces in Dnepropetrovsk Oblast, undermining enemy reconnaissance and command capabilities. On the Krasnoarmysk direction, drone operators of the 68th Army Corps of Group Center targeted both manpower and equipment of Kiev forces formations, delivering precise and effective hits. Further south, UAV operators from Group Dnepr engaged and destroyed Kiev forces personnel, equipment, and facilities on the Orkhov direction in Zaporizhzhia Oblast, reducing the enemy's operational capacity. Finally, strike drone crews of the Novorossiysk airborne troops eliminated up to a platoon of Kiev forces infantry near the settlement of Primorskoye in Zaporizhzhia Oblast. Russian drone operators from Group West are actively preventing Kiev forces from advancing in Kupyansk. UAV units from Group West continue striking targets in the Kupyansk district of Kharkov Oblast. Newly released footage confirms the destruction of armored vehicles, self-propelled artillery, military trucks, civilian vehicles, and a ground robotic system used by Kiev forces. These operations have disrupted troop rotations, ammunition deliveries, and the evacuation of wounded personnel. Kiev forces were unable to execute a rapid offensive in Kupyansk. SYRSKY had tasked his troops with retaking the city by the new year, but the battle has instead evolved into a prolonged war of attrition, similar to what occurred in Krinky and Bakhmut. Currently, Intense counter-engagements are taking place in the district center. The situation remains challenging, but overall control is maintained. Group West units continue to hold key positions, largely sustained through aerial resupply. Significantly, Kiev forces are being compelled to divert additional units to Kupyansk, creating potential openings for Russian advances along other sectors of the front. Newly released footage shows the Guards artillerymen of the 305th Brigade, part of the 5th Army of Group East, engaging a Kiev Forces T-72 tank. This operation highlights the coordinated use of combined arms, integrating traditional artillery fire with modern unmanned systems to maximize battlefield impact. The tank was detected moving across open terrain, making it vulnerable to observation and targeting. The artillery crews of the 305th Brigade prepared and executed a series of precise fire strikes, coordinating closely with both a Lancet loitering munition operator and KVN FPV drone teams. The drones provided real-time surveillance, tracked the tank's movements, and relayed targeting information to the artillery units, ensuring that every shot counted. As a result of this joint operation, the T-72 tank was destroyed, and several Kiev Forces soldiers in the immediate area were neutralized. The engagement demonstrates how modern warfare increasingly relies on the integration of unmanned systems with conventional artillery to increase efficiency and lethality. On January 23, 2026, Operational Group Center carried out extensive drone operations across multiple contested sectors. UAVs conducted continuous reconnaissance, tracking Russian troop movements, armored vehicles, and artillery positions, providing real-time intelligence for coordinated strikes. FPV and loitering drones engaged high-value targets, including isolated infantry groups, supply vehicles, and small armored units, effectively neutralizing personnel and disrupting enemy logistics. Drone operators also relayed targeting data to artillery units, enabling rapid and precise strikes against entrenched positions and mobile units. Additionally, UAVs intercepted and engaged enemy reconnaissance efforts, reducing the risk of surprise attacks. Overall, the drone operations enhanced situational awareness, increased strike accuracy, and disrupted enemy operations across the front. During routine aerial reconnaissance over the Sumy region, Russian UAV operators observed an unusual movement near the Kursk border area. According to the footage, a Ukrainian serviceman was seen emerging from the tree line while attempting to remain concealed by using a bush as improvised camouflage. The incident has raised questions among monitoring units, as such behavior suggests either a covert withdrawal or an effort to reposition unnoticed. The observation highlights how closely contested and unpredictable this border sector has become, where even small movements are carefully tracked through continuous aerial surveillance. Russian forces on the Hulier-Pole axis continue to push forward, consolidating gains after taking Zatyshia, a village located just a few kilometers from the city's northern edge. Ukrainian sources also report mounting pressure, noting that earlier setbacks in nearby settlements disrupted their defensive coordination. With Russian units now active on the outskirts and advancing toward Dobrapilya, the East grouping aims to link positions and potentially approach Orikhiv from a direction that avoids the main Ukrainian fortifications. In the Zaporozhye region, Russian forces report disrupting Ukrainian drone activity, focusing on countering reconnaissance and strike attempts along this active sector of the front line. Russian drone teams from the 58th Army successfully targeted and destroyed a Dutch-made YPR-765 armored personnel carrier, showcasing precise unmanned strike capabilities on the battlefield. The Russian Air Force leveled Ukrainian positions by dropping FAB 500 bombs on the village of Podoli. November 25, 2025. Russian air forces continue to strike Ukrainian temporary staging areas near Kupyansk using FAB-3000 guided bombs. The Russian armed forces destroyed a Ukrainian PVD position in the Sankovo settlement using an LMUR strike, eliminating the guided missile site in a single hit. Additionally, Russian air forces targeted the deployment point of the Ukrainian Armed Forces 38th Brigade in Norad with a FAB bomb, destroying it completely. A Russian fiber optic drone destroyed a Ukrainian Armed Forces Grad MLRS multiple rocket launcher system. After several precise strikes, both the truck and the launcher were completely destroyed. In the Pokrovsk direction, Russian military equipment has been observed moving steadily toward forward positions as part of ongoing operational activity. According to field reporting, the movement reflects a planned regrouping of units and the continued reinforcement of key sectors along this part of the front line. The convoy's progression highlights the logistical scale of current operations, where mobility, coordination, and sustained supply routes play a central role in shaping the evolving situation on the ground.